We are underway. Ely wins the face-off, back to the D, pushes it forward to center. Center crosses the line to the left wing. Shot, goal, right away. Ely scores 10 seconds into this hockey game. It's 2 games, outscoring opponents 23-1. Ely gets on the board 1-0 in the first 10 seconds. Next face-off dropped, Bagley wins it. He crosses the line. In the left dot now, shot is saved and knocked out of play. Bolt. Face-off is won by Bagley, back to the D, shot goes wide. Ely gains control, tries to knock it out, but Bagley keeps it in. Scrum for the puck, Ely comes up with it, defenseman to the left winger, tries to chip it in, Bagley's back to get it. Bagley gets it out of their zone. Big hit from defenseman number 14, Jaden Zemke, but Bagley keeps it, crosses the line. Shot goes wide. Bagley keeps it in their zone around the net. Big hit along the boards, number 13, Owen Marold. Out to center. Battling for it. Jaden Zemke comes up with the puck, skates it towards the Bagley line, crosses it, but it is forced back out by the Flyers. Flyers come the other way, gain the zone, pass back to the slot, shot, knocked wide by Federer. Timberwolves push it to the neutral zone, dump it in. Back to get it are the Flyers. They regroup in their own end. Kick it to center ice. Timberwolves gain possession on their own end. Force it back out to center. Scrum for the puck. Timberwolves come up with it. And turned over by the Timberwolves, back to the Flyers who gain the zone. Centering pass is knocked wide by the Timberwolves into the corner. And Timberwolves come away with it and gain neutral zone. Timberwolves push it past the blue line and back to the Flyers it goes. Flyers stretch pass, it goes wide, back to the Timberwolves. Timberwolves dump it into the Bagley end. Bagley gains control. Working through center now are the Flyers. Dump it into the left corner of the Ely end. Around to the right, back to the D now. Shot from the point goes behind the net. Knocked away by an Ely defenseman and skated up through center. Timberwolves pushing the Bagley zone, dump it in behind the net. Possession stays with the Timberwolves. Timberwolves centering pass is tipped and knocked on net. Face off from the left dot is won by the Timberwolves, back to the defenseman Jaden Zemke, who dumps it down behind the net. Scrum for it and Bagley comes up with it. Dumps it through center. 2 guys get chased. Bagley gains the zone, tries to make a move. Doesn't do so, but a tripping penalty is called. That'll be 13:50 remaining in the first period. Face off in the Ely end is won by Bagley, but Ely forces it out of the zone. Bagley regroups at center ice. Bagley pushing it to the right wing, still at center. They cross the line and regroup. Right winger swings it back to the left D to right D, who circles to the left corner and cycles it back to the D. Back to the left corner, shot from the left circle is wide and out of play. Be another face-off. Face-off from the left circle is won by Bagley. Back to the D, but can't complete the pass. And now the Timberwolves are on a short-handed rush. Shot saved by Bagley goaltender. Now Bagley works the other way. Up through center, they cross the line on the left wing. Saucer pass is no good. Timberwolves work to push it out of the zone and do so. Clearing chance, hit a skate, but trickles back towards the back end. Bagley regroups. Pushing it up towards center ice now. pass to the left wing, they cross the line. Back to the left D. And the Timberwolves force it out of the zone again. Back to the Bagley end. Bagley looks to be in the zone. Pass is tipped into the Timberwolves zone, but defenseman clears for the Timberwolves. 30 seconds remaining on the tripping minor for the Timberwolves. Bagley gains center ice. Centering pass is tipped away and gained by the Timberwolves. Timberwolves have a odd man rush here. Pass is stolen by Bagley. 6 seconds left in the power play. Centering pass for Bagley is tipped, and the Timberwolves have killed the 2-minute minor. Bagley moves in their own end. Gains center ice, across the red line without icing. We will have a fake penalty, only allowing one shot on the penalty kill. Face off from the right circle is won by the Timberwolves. Back to the D dumps it in behind the net. Bagley looks to chip it out, but cannot do so. Defenseman keeps it in. And the defenseman for Bagley tips it out of play. 22 remaining here in the first period. Shots 3-3 for each team. Face-off is won from the left dot by the Timberwolves, but Bagley is able to force it past the blue line. And they maintain possession. Puck is now at center ice and brought past the blue line by the Timberwolves number 13, Owen Merle centers it to number 12, Hunter Halak, and he takes a shot, goes wide the net. Now working in the left corner, centering pass goes through the skates of Owen Merle and Bagley finds a way to clear it. Goes all the way back to the Ely goaltender. Oh, and the centering pass, or the pass by the Timberwolves just tipped, and Bagley gets a shorthanded opportunity to save Henry Federer. Back the other way, Timberwolves miss the centering pass, and Bagley finds a way to clear it to center ice. Regained by the Timberwolves, they work to gain the zone. Pass is tipped and taken back the other way by Bagley now. They gain the zone, and shot is saved by Henry Federer. Face-off from the right dot is won by Bagley and kept in the zone. From the right circle, pass across the net, hits the post. Saved by Federer. Face-off is won by Bagley, but Ely finds a way to knock it out of the zone to center ice. Here come the Timberwolves. Big hit by Bagley, but that'll be an interference penalty. 9 minutes, 47 seconds remaining here in the first period. Face-off from the right dot is won by Bagley and cleared all the way down to the other end of the ice. Federer back to get it, who flips it past to the neutral zone. Owen Merle gains the line and turns the puck over to Bagley, who comes on a shorthanded rush. On the left dot, centering pass is stolen by the Timberwolves, and they push it past into the neutral zone and gain the zone, but turn it over again. Bagley tries to chip it out, but is knocked down by a Timberwolf, and they keep it in the zone, but eventually do find a way to clear it all the way back down the other end of the ice. 1:15 remaining on the Timberwolves power play. Timberwolves turn it over behind their net and give up a shot, but that's saved by Federer. Timberwolves try to throw a pass around the net and then seconds into the game. Face off from the right dot is won by Bagley and dumped into the corner. Back to get it is Jaden Zemke, who spins it around the net. Timberwolves get it to the neutral zone and gain the zone, but turn it over, and the puck rolls. Face off from the left dot is won by Bagley and cleared all the way down to the other end of the ice. Federer back to get it behind the net, who leaves it there for the defenseman. Timberwolves set up their offense. Pass to the left wing. Timberwolves get in the neutral zone, but that is kicked back by Bagley. Back to the neutral zone, spin to the right wing. Timberwolves get in the line. Shot is blocker saved by Bagley goaltender, and Bagley finds a way to clear it to the neutral zone. Pass in the neutral zone is stolen by Bagley. The shot is knocked away by Federer into the corner. Timberwolves get in the neutral zone again and dump it into the Bagley end. Bagley goaltender is back to get it. Ely finds a way to pressure it, but pass is swung into the neutral zone. Bagley regroups, throws a pass to the right wing, and they gain the line. Dump it into the corners, back to the left corner now. Pass bounces around and Ely gains control in the neutral zone. Throws a pass off the boards into the Bagley end. Bagley defenseman there is there to get it. And they regroup, push it up to the neutral zone, flip pass to the left winger, who gains the zone for the Flyers. Into the left corner, behind the net, into the right corner now. Puck hits the skate of an official, and Ely gains control now, trying to force it out of their own end. Goes back to a Bagley defenseman, who flips it back into the left corner and tries the centering pass. Pass goes wide and out of the zone. Bagley just flips the pass back in. Timberwolves back to retrieve it. Pass is stolen in the Timberwolves end, and turnover results in a goal. Shot 5-hole. Score is now 1-1. Turnover in the Timberwolves end results in a ill-timed goal. Face off at center ice. Face off is won by the Flyers. D take it back in their own end. Stretch pass to the center, goes wide, back to the Ely goaltender, who retrieves it, spins it to the defenseman, who throws it out of the zone. Ely just slaps the puck down to the Bagley end. That will be face off from the right dot is won by the Flyers. Spun back to the defenseman, cycled over to the other defenseman. Given to the centerman now, who dumps it into the right corner. Bagley knocks it to the right corner and throws a pass back to the left D now. Shot from the left D is blocked wide by the goaltender. Jaden Zemke now takes the puck up through the neutral zone for the Timberwolves. Dumps it into the Bagley end. Battle behind the net is the puck squirts wide to the left wing, dumped into the neutral zone by the Bagley Flyers. D pass by the Timberwolves and then thrown into the neutral zone. Ely gains the line, and it is corralled by the Bagley Flyers and knocked back into the neutral zone. Bagley just throws a puck on net that is sticked away by the defenseman, the goaltender Federer. Ely starts the rush, gains the line, shot goes wide by the Timberwolves, corralled in the right corner, battling for it. Bagley comes up with it, skates behind the net, and starts the rush. Pass to the left wing, and then try to center for the centerman. That's wide, that'll be an icing. Face off in goal to tie the game, 1-1. Face off from the right dot in the Bagley end is won by the Flyers, goes behind the net, cycled around to the winger, who lifts it up to the left wing. And the Bagley Flyers gain the zone. Nice deep move around the defenseman, but he loses the puck. Battle in the left corner is won by the Flyers. Flyers defenseman just takes a shot on net that goes wide. Corralled by the Timberwolves and dumped into center ice. Flyers regain control, but the pass hits the skate and is back to the Timberwolves now. Timberwolves try to center, but it is stolen by a Bagley winger, who the Bagley Flyers gain the zone, and that is stolen by the Timberwolves back the other way now. Timberwolves gain the zone and dump it into the corner around the net. Working to set up their offense now is Bagley to the right wing. Pass hits skate and dribbles back to an Ely defenseman who tries to dump it out of the zone but cannot do so. That centering pass to the left D is fanned on and regrouped by the Timberwolves. Left wing to right wing pass for the Timberwolves now, who gains the zone, takes a point shot, and is saved by face off from the right dot is won by the Timberwolves. Back to the D. D spins and fires a puck on net that goes wide. Regrouped by the Timberwolves. Centering pass is knocked away by the Bagley Flyers. Puck battle along the half wall is grabbed by Bagley, spun to the right wing now. Bagley's right winger tries to dump it on net, and that is gloved by Federer. Face off from the left dot is won by the Timberwolves and cleared to center ice. Regrouped by Bagley and fired into the Ely end again. Federer goes behind the net to retrieve it and spins it to an Ely forward. They get it out of their own end into the neutral zone and fire it on the goaltender, whose pad saves it to the corner. Bagley finds a way to clear it to center ice, regrouped by the Timberwolves. Pass from Timberwolves D to D is stick by Bagley, and they keep the Timberwolves zone. Pass from left D to the left corner now. Stolen by the Timberwolves and retreat behind the net. Spun to the left corner now. Gained by Bagley. Still have the Timberwolves zone. Timberwolves finally get it out to center ice. Good move from number 9, Sean Merriman, to spin past a Bagley defenseman, put a shot on net, but that is saved by the Bagley goaltender, and back come the Flyers. Flyers getting the zone. Nice centering pass from Flyers, and shot is saved by Federer. Face-off coming here from the Ely zone is won by the Flyers. Puck battle in the corner, back to Bagley D now. Shot from lefty is blocked by a Timberwolves player. Timberwolves spin it up to center ice. Bagley regains control and starts the rush. Pass to the right wing now, working towards the right dot. Shot is saved by Federer. Rebound opportunity also saved. Scrum in front of the net. We will have a face-off coming from the Ely end with 1:23 remaining here in the first period. Face-off from the left dot is won by the Timberwolves. Defenseman tries to throw it off the boards, but knocked away by a Bagley defenseman. They keep the Timberwolves zone. Puck battle along the wall, won by Bagley, works it into the right corner. Good move at the top of the dot, pass back to the D. Shot is blocked by a Timberwolves player and cleared down the ice. That will be an icing call. Face-off coming in the period after the hot start. Face-off from the left dot is won by the Timberwolves. They clear it up to center and dump it down the ice. That'll be another icing call. 54 seconds. Face-off is won back by the Timberwolves, but right to the goaltender who covers it. Face-off won by the Timberwolves, skated around the net by number 14, Jaden Zemke, who throws it to center ice and regained by Flyers. Flyers pass is knocked down by a Timberwolves player, but they regain and clear it up to center. Back into the Ely end now. Pass goes behind the net. Into the left corner now. Puck battle along the wall. Pass is back to the left D. pad save by Federer into the right corner now, regained by Zemke, who throws it back around the net and down the ice. That'll be another icing call. Oh, no, they called the icing off. 3 seconds remaining here in the first period. And we will go into the first intermission with a score of 1-1. Ely scoring 10 seconds into the game, Bagley matching at about the 12-minute mark in the first period. Face off at center ice is won by the Timberwolves. Jaden Zemke takes it past the line, puts a shot on net, saved by the Bagley goaltender. That will be a face-off from the left dot is won by the Timberwolves, but gathered by Bagley and dumped to center ice. Jaden Zemke back to get the puck now. Flips it up to the left winger. Tries to slide it to the centerman, and the pass goes wide, tipped by Bagley and cleared down the ice. No icing, because the Timberwolves could have had a chance of regaining possession. Ely flips it to center ice. Finds a way to clear it into the Bagley end, into the right corner now. Bagley defenseman skates around and Ely forward and dumps it to the half wall. Puck battle along the half wall and dumped into the Bagley end by an Ely forward. Bagley regroups, cycles it to center ice. Pass is knocked away and stolen by the Timberwolves, who gain the Bagley zone. Centering pass goes to an Ely forward, who cannot put a puck on net. Bagley regroups, throws it through the neutral zone down to the Ely end, and that'll be an icing call. We'll have a face-off. Face-off from the left dot is won by the Timberwolves. Timberwolves get a backhanded shot on net, saved by the Bagley goaltender. Puck battle behind the net now, tied up behind the boards. Bagley comes out with it. And pass is sticked away and kept in the Bagley end by the Timberwolves. But Bagley comes out of the puck out of the scrum with the puck. Center ice tries to shoot it down to the Ely end, but it hits a Timberwolves player and is knocked down. Timberwolves attempt to clear it out of their own zone, but that pass hits a Bagley defenseman. The centering pass is saved by Federer, but Bagley keeps the zone. Ely defenseman falls down, but the Timberwolves gain the puck and clear it out of their own zone. Ely on the rush now. Shot is high and wide by number 9, Sean Merriman. Face off from the left dot is won by the Timberwolves. Jaden Zemke tries to put a shot on net, but that is blocked by a Bagley defenseman. Puck in the right corner now. A Bagley defenseman gains the puck, skates it behind the net, loses it in his feet, but gains it back. Spins around, tries to throw a pass to a forward that hits an Ely defenseman. Bagley gains the puck, flips it to center ice. Ely defenseman gains the puck and flips it into the Bagley end again. Now to the right corner. Bagley defenseman flips it to a forward, and pass hits a Ely Timberwolves skate and squirts on net. Saved by Federer. Into the left corner now. Cycled around the net, gained by an Ely defenseman, who tries to throw a pass to the centerman. Pass goes all the way down to the ice. That'll be an icing call. Face off from the right dot is won by Bagley. Right defenseman tries to flip it into the corner. Pass hits a Timberwolf. Bagley still gains the zone. Tries to throw a pass into the slot, and that goes wide of the net. Cycled it back to the defenseman. Shot is saved by face off from the left dot now is won by the Timberwolves. They attempt to chip it out to center ice and do so. Pass to the left wing. Owen Merrill gains the line and turns the puck over. Back comes Bagley. Puck battle at center ice. puck squirts away into the right corner in the Ely zone. Defenseman flips it into the neutral zone and down the ice. Bagley is back to retrieve it. Bagley starts the rush now, flips to the left wing, skates to center ice, throws past off the boards and into the Ely zone. Ely defenseman back to get it. They clear it back into the neutral zone. Timberwolves bring it across the line and dump a pass into the corner, rings around the boards. Bagley defenseman there to get it. Puck is flipped from the left D to the left wing. Bagley starting the rush into the right corner, now centered, and pass is fanned on and hits the back of the net. Back to left D now. Shot is sticked away by Federer. Face off from the left dot is won by Bagley, flipped into the corner and corralled by the left winger. Back to the left D now, tries to center it, and that is stolen by the Timberwolves and launched all the way down the ice. Another face off from the left dot here. That is won by the Flyers into the left corner. Cycle behind the net. Two Timberwolves give chase. Ely defenseman flips it along the wall. Puck battle in the left corner now. Corralled by a Flyer. Cycle behind the net. He throws a pass out to the center ice, and that is a good pad save by Federer. Timberwolves corral it, try to push it out to the neutral zone. Face off from the left dot is won by the Flyers again into the left corner. Left winger rushes the net and shoots. Face off from the left dot is won by the Timberwolves. Passes slapped out of play. Won by the Timberwolves. Tried to push up ice and cleared to the neutral zone. Giving chase is Owen Merle, who gains the Bagley zone behind the net now. Flipped to number 10, Hunter Helbakken, who cycles it back to the D, but that is stolen by a Bagley Flyer. They gain the neutral zone and push it into the Ely zone. Pass to the right wing, and then second pass goes long into the corner, regained by the Timberwolves, who clear it out into the neutral zone. Bagley regroups in the neutral zone, flips a pass to the right wing. Right wing cycles it back to the defenseman now. Defenseman to the left wing. Puck flutters into the center ice, regained by Bagley. Bagley gains the Ely zone. They call it off. Face off is won by the Flyers. Flipped into the Ely zone, shot by the right winger from Bagley, goes wide. Puck is flipped into the neutral zone, and Ely gains the Bagley zone. Into the right corner now. Pass stolen by a Flyer, but kicked back behind the Bagley net into the left corner now. Flyers chip pass it off the boards into the neutral zone. It rattles around, and Ely flips it back into the Bagley end. And from the right corner, pass chipped to a Flyer, who gets it out into the neutral zone. Ely maintaining pressure, flips it back into the Bagley end, corralled by a Bagley defenseman. Bagley tries a stretch pass that goes long all the way down the ice for a nice. Face off from the right dot is won by the Flyers and out to center ice. Right winger gains the zone for the Flyers, but loses the puck and goes into the left corner. Kicks it back to the left D. Shot is blocked by a Timberwolf. Puck stays in front of the net, but he clears it out into the corner. Puck battle along the boards now. Big hit by Jaden Zemke, but that is going to be an interference call believe. Face-off will be in the Ely end on the right dot. Face-off is won by the Timberwolves and cleared all the way down the ice. Bagley defenseman back behind the net. Their offense regroups. Out to center ice now. Bagley gains the Ely zone. Cycles it back to the right deep, now to the point. Shot. His glove saved by Federer. Face-off is won by the Flyers, back to the left D. Cycles it to the right D. Back to the left D. Down into the corner. Back out to the point. Cycles it to the right D. Then into the right corner. Back to the right D. Pass into the left corner. Shot is pad saved by Federer. Bagley continues to keep the pressure on. To the right corner now. Behind the net. Timberwolves and Flyers player get tangled up. Bagley keeps the puck at the point now. Flip pass to the right D. One-timer shot goes high. Timberwolves try to clear the zone, but cannot do so. To the right D now. Skates to the middle. One-timer shot blocked by a Timberwolf and cleared down the ice. 40 seconds remaining on the Bagley Flyers power play. They regroup in their own end, push the puck into the Ely zone, down into the left corner. Around the net now, from the right dot. Pass is errant and flipped out of the zone by the Timberwolves. 18 seconds remaining on the Bagley power play. Bagley defenseman fumbles the puck behind the net. Timberwolves knock off a few seconds there, trying to fight for control. Bagley gains control and pushes it up through center now. Hit along the half wall, knocks Bagley forward off the puck, and the puck rattles around back to a Bagley player and skates it back into their own zone. Out to center ice now, and back to a Bagley defenseman. Pushes it to the right wing, center pass, clears the zone, offsides call. Face-off at center ice is won by the Timberwolves and pushed back into their own zone. Gets knocked off the puck and puck squirts behind the net. Picked up in the right corner by a Timberwolf. Puck battle now along the boards. Skated around the net by the Timberwolves. Bagley keeping the pressure on. Timberwolves not able to get it out of their own zone. Now they do so. Skated up through center ice and gain the Bagley zone. The pass is tipped wide and back up to center ice. Puck squirts back into the Bagley end, and the Flyers are there to retrieve it. Bagley in the left corner now. Timberwolves give chase, steal the puck, try to keep the zone. Pass is dumped around the Bagley net by a Timberwolves defenseman. Hits the boards at a weird angle, and the Timberwolves get a flurry of shots on net, all saved by the Bagley goaltender. And the Bagley Flyers start to rush the other way. Odd man rush here for the Flyers. He is knocked off the puck by Timberwolves defenseman, and Timberwolves gain control in their own end. Errant pass in their own zone goes to the Flyers, who put a shot on net, but that is saved by Federer. Flipped into the Ely end by a Flyer. Timberwolves give chase into the left corner now. Flip pass into the neutral zone gained by a Timberwolf, who gains the Bagley line into the right corner. Throws a pass centering, but nobody's there. And the Bagley Flyers try to make a stretch pass, but it goes long, and that'll be an icing Timberwolf. Face off from the left dot in the Bagley end. Face off violation by the Flyers. Winger comes in to take the draw. Timberwolves win the draw. Shot from the left D goes wide, rings around the boards. kept in the zone by a Timberwolves player, but back to a Bagley defenseman, who throws it to center ice, and the Bagley Flyers gain the zone. Shot is wide of the net and cycled around the boards. Back to the right D now, who throws it into the left corner, giving chase. Throws it around the boards, back to the right D. Timberwolves gain the puck and throw it out to center. Back to get it is a Bagley Flyer, who flips it D to D around the net. It sets up the offense. Pass into the neutral zone, doesn't connect, and the puck is tipped out of play. You'll have a face off at center ice. Is won by the Flyers and pushed back to their D. Stretch pass is knocked around, gained by the Timberwolves. Out through center, and they gain the zone. Shot from the left wing is blocked away. Centering pass, nobody there. Puck goes into the left corner and is stick. Face off from the left dot is won by the Flyers, and they attempt to chip it out, but it is knocked down by Timberwolves. Back into the Bagley corner now, skated around the net. Timberwolves giving chase. The Flyers do gain the neutral zone and push into the Ely zone. Skate. Flyers left winger skates left, centers it, and they score. So that'll be 2-1 Flyers now. Nice centering pass. Looked like he was going to skate at 16 seconds remaining here in the second period. Face-off is thrown back into the Bagley end. Bagley defenseman, D to D behind the net. They gain the neutral zone and push towards the Ely zone. Pass is thrown into the right corner now and sticked away back towards center ice. Timberwolves slap it into the neutral zone and push it back into the Bagley end, but the defenseman is there to retrieve it. Defenseman throws it off the boards to the left, back into the neutral zone. Puck battle. The Flyers are able to retrieve it and gain the Ely zone, but it is sticked out back into the neutral zone now. Omer gains the line. Shot is high on the goaltender, save. And the Flyers retrieve it behind their own net and start the rush. Flip pass to the left winger now, gains the Ely zone into the left corner. Centering pass, it goes awry, and the Timberwolves are able to clear it down the ice. That'll be an icing with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left. It is won by the Flyers. They push it into the right corner, skate it towards the net. Shot is saved by Federer. Timberwolves regroup, throw it to center ice. Pass is not able to connect, trickles into the Bagley end, and they are able to clear it to center. Timberwolves regroup and throw it down onto the Bagley net, and that is just patted away by the Bagley goaltender. Puck is loose behind the Flyers end, or the goaltender, but they are able to retrieve it. Centering pass is not able to be corralled, and the puck is bouncing around neutral zone. Flyers are able to gain the zone. Centering pass goes wide to the left D, and that shot is saved by Federer. We will have a face-off in the Ely after that latest goal. Timberwolves will take the opportunity to change here. Face-off from the left out is won by the Flyers. Flyers forward attempts to take a shot, but it is blocked by the Timberwolves and cleared all the way down the ice. That'll be another icing. Face-off from the left dot is won by the Flyers. Dumped into the left corner now. Centering pass hits the Timberwolves skate and squirts down the ice into the Bagley end. 1 minute remaining. Flyers gain the neutral zone and try to gain the Ely zone, but that is sticked away by an Ely defenseman. Throws it off the boards into center ice. Timberwolves gain the Bagley zone now, but the forwards are met with a hit from the defenseman. Now puck squirts into the corner. Bagley clears it out of their own end, but that goes out of play. We will have a face-off is won by the Flyers. Lefty spins it to their right winger. Does a nice stretch pass to the centerman who gets a breakaway and scores. He went blocker side right up and over him. The Flyers had a great play there. Got a breakaway behind the D. And there was nothing Federer could do against that shot. That'll make it 3-1 Flyers. Face off at center ice is won by the Timberwolves. Push back into their zone. They clear it out to center ice, but that is gained by a Flyer, and they gain the Ely's zone, the offside zone. Face off is won by the Timberwolves and thrown all the way down the ice. They will call an icing. Just looking to survive the second period now. Face-off is won by the Flyers. Shot is sticked away by Federer. Here we go. Puck drop and won by the Timberwolves. Back into their own end. Thrown against the boards and gain the zone for the Timberwolves. Puck is squirts into the left corner. Timberwolves try to center it and do a shot goal. Face-off at center ice. Face-off violation. Owen Meralt scored the goal right in front of the net off a pass from number 19, Rhett Johnson from the left corner. Timberwolves win the face-off, get it into the Bagley end. Owen Meralt tries a centering pass from around the net, goes wide. Timberwolves keep the zone though. Back behind the Bagley net, pass, tries to throw a pass in front, but it hits the back of the net. Timberwolves maintain control. Try another centering pass. Puck squirts into the left corner now, gained by a Bagley defenseman. Centers it down, but it squirts into the neutral zone. Timberwolves just throw one on net, and that is pushed aside by the Bagley goaltender. Into the left corner now, Timberwolves gain control. Back to the left D. Jaden Zemke takes a shot, blocked away into the left corner. Puck battle along the boards now. Bagley comes out with it. And the puck is tipped, and a shot on net by number 15, Mark Niskola, is sticked away by the goaltender. Ely is able to keep the zone, and there will be a penalty call. Face-off now down in the Ely end is won by the Flyers, but the Timberwolves are able to push it out of the zone, and they get a shorthanded breakaway opportunity. Shot by number 9. Sean Merriman goes off of the goaltender and pushed wide. Bagley regroups. Bagley defenseman fans on a shot, and Sean Merriman is able to keep it in the Bagley end. Bagley regroups, pushes it to center ice now to the left wing. The Flyers gain the Ely zone. Pass doesn't complete, and the Timberwolves are able to clear it back into the Bagley end. 1:23 remaining on the Flyers power play. Out to center ice now. Bagley gains the Ely line. Shot into the goaltender Federer. Face off from the left dot in the Ely end is won by the Flyers. Push to the left corner, back to the left D. Left D cycles to the point now. Point shot is saved by Federer and covered. And we'll get another face-off opportunity. The Flyers, number 9, Sean Merriman, took a penalty. Bagley wins the face-off. Left D cycles it to the point now. Point walks into the slot. Pass to the left D shot. One-timer scores. Top shelf on Federer. Flyers take Wyatt Gerbrot. The Flyers will still be on the power play, 5-on-4, for another minute and 37 seconds. Face off at center ice, won by the Flyers. D-to-D pass. Flyers pass to the left wing. Try to gain the zone, but it is sticked away. Back to center ice now. Flyers regroup. Flyers defenseman thinks that he has somebody back with him and throws it back to nobody. Timberwolves get a shorthanded breakaway opportunity, but the shot is saved by the Bagley goaltender. Scrum in the neutral zone now. Bagley left winger gets it, works it into the Ely corner. He's knocked off the puck by Ely defenseman, and Timberwolves clear it down the ice. Bagley goaltender takes it in the right corner and works it to his defenseman, who works it up ice into the neutral zone. Passes to the right wing, gains the Ely zone, shot, pad save. Bagley maintains his own into the right corner now, back to the right D. Works it up to the point, shot, pad save, and knocked out of play by Federer. 13:25 remaining here in the game. Face off in the Ely end is won by the Flyers. Work back to the left D. Works up to the point. Pass is knocked away into the left corner. And cleared away down the ice by the Timberwolves. 15 seconds remaining for the Timberwolves penalty kill. Bagley works it into the neutral zone. And they gain the Ely zone. Right wing, right dot. Shot saved by Federer. Knocked away, back to the left D now. Timberwolves clear it down the ice. Penalty kill is over, so that will be a nice. But the ill-timed penalty allows the Flyers to take advantage and gain the 2-goal advantage again. Timberwolves win the draw in their own end and work it to the neutral zone. Pass dumped into the Bagley end. Regrouped by Bagley defenseman. D-to-D pass behind the net. Works behind their own net now. And back to the neutral zone. Flyers regroup in the neutral zone. Dump it into the Ely end. D-to-D pass from the Timberwolves behind the net. They work it into the neutral zone to set up their offense. Pass from D to left wing goes awry. And the puck squirts back into the Ely end. Into the right corner now. We've got another penalty coming. Power play again. 11:55 remaining in the game. Face off down in the Ely end. Face off won by the Flyers. Work back to the D. Back to the winger now. Top of the dot. Back cycles it to the left D. To the right D. Down into the right corner now. Centering pass. Shot. Score. Flyers score on the power play opportunity. Gain a 3. Logan Dillick. Oh, sorry. Gerbrot on the power play. Faceoff was won by the Flyers and worked into the Ely zone. Shot from the right D, saved. Killed their chances lately. Need to get something together. Come on, a comeback. Timberwolves win the faceoff, work it into the neutral zone. Faceoff won by the Timberwolves. But the puck bounces around and into the Ely corner. Shot saved twice by Federer in front of the net. Timberwolves push it out in the neutral zone. Bagley dumps it back into the Ely end. Right corner now. Kicked back into the right corner. Bagley's working it behind the Ely net. Puck squirts into the left corner. Bagley forward gives chase. Dumps it into the left D. Left D fans on a shot. Timberwolves are able to clear their own zone. pass goes awry and squirts into the Bagley end now. Bagley stretch pass to the right wing, center gains ice, attempts to make a move, and the puck squirts into the left corner in the Ely end. Lefty shot is blocked and cleared by the Timberwolves. Timberwolves working through the neutral zone now. Big hit at center ice. Timberwolves able to maintain possession, throw it into the Bagley end. Bagley maintains possession, throws a pass into the neutral zone. They work into the Ely zone now from the left wing. The puck is thrown into a mess of bodies, but kept in by Bagley. Worked into the left corner now, cleared by the Timberwolves. Bagley setting up their offense in the neutral zone. Stretch pass to the left wing. Shot from the top of the circle is blocked into the right corner. Regained by the Timberwolves and flipped out to center ice. Back to a Bagley defenseman. He throws it to the left wing, who dumps it into the Ely end. Puck battle in the left corner, behind the net now. Bagley throws a shot from the left corner that goes out of the zone and back into the face-off won by the Timberwolves. Shot from the circle is saved by the Bagley goaltender and covered. Another face-off coming. Circle again. Won by the Timberwolves. Back to the lefty. Shot sticked away by Bagley forward and face-off won by the Flyers. Worked behind their own net. And they get it out of their own zone. Clear it down into the Timberwolves end. Corralled behind their own net. Worked into the left corner. Passed into the neutral zone from the left wing. Chip pass into the corner, Bagley end. Bagley defenseman works to get it out, and they do. Ely just dumps it back into the Bagley end around the net. And the Bagley defenseman corrals it and throws it back into the neutral zone. Errant pass by an Ely defenseman goes to a Bagley player who puts a shot on net. Another shot is sticked away by Federer. Timberwolves gain possession and work to the neutral zone. Turnover in the neutral zone goes to a Bagley player who gains the Ely zone and just throws it into the left corner. Timberwolves throw it back into the neutral zone. Pass stolen by Bagley and dumped into the corner again. Given chase are the Timberwolves. Stretch pass to the left wing and dumped into the Bagley end. Corralled by Bagley defenseman, but stolen by the Timberwolves, who get a couple shots on net, but saved by the Bagley goaltender and covered. We will get a face-off in the Bagley end with 18 seconds. A great play by the forward. Timberwolves win the face-off. Cycle it back to the lefty. Shot is blocked and goes wide, but stays. Timberwolves try to center and knocked into the right corner. Cycle to the left corner now. An attempt to clear by Bagley. Pass goes to Bagley forward, who gets a breakaway opportunity, but saved by Federer. Timberwolves gain possession and clear to center and throw it into the Bagley end. Flyers killed a penalty, and we are now at even strength. Timberwolves work it in the Bagley end and double pass into the right corner. Bagley gains possession in their own end, or working it behind their own net. Into the right corner now. Flip pass through the neutral zone and into the Ely end. Timberwolves defenseman just throws it back into the neutral zone. Bagley defenseman corrals it. Works it up to the right wing. Right wing to the circle now. Shot goes wide and into the neutral zone. Bagley defenseman corrals it. Back to the right wing. Puck bounces around in the neutral zone. Bagley regrouping in the neutral zone. Pass to the left wing. Gain the line. Shot from the left circle. It's blocked by a Timberwolves player into the left corner. Puck battle in the left corner now. Timberwolves attempt to clear but aren't able to do so. Left shot D is blocked. Goes to a Bagley player who gets a shot on net. Saved by Federer and cleared out to center ice. Puck battle along the boards. It's gained by the Flyers. Flyers dump it into the Ely end around the boards. Timberwolves defenseman unable to corral the puck, and the Bagley Flyers control the puck in the Ely end. Working it to the right corner now. Centering pass, save made by Federer. Flyers maintain the zone. Pass to the right wing. Shot saved by Federer. Glove save. 5:04 remaining from Owen Merle to pull within one. Face-off in the Ely end is won by the Flyers. Shot is blocked in the slot by a Timberwolves player. Big hit in front of the net. Flyers maintain possession. Timberwolves steal it and work it into the neutral zone. Left wing now. Into the left corner. Around the net go the Timberwolves. The left corner. Big hit by defenseman Jaden Zemke, but the Flyers gain the Ely zone. Centering pass. Face off from the left dot is won by the Wolves and worked behind their net. They get it into the neutral zone, but the pass bounces off a stick. And to the Bagley Flyers, who dump it into the corner behind the net now. Timberwolves defenseman back to get it. Flip pass into the neutral zone. Dump back in by the Flyers. Corralled and worked behind the net by the Timberwolves. Stretch pass into the neutral zone, into the left corner now. Icing call. Face-off won by the Timberwolves, worked the left corner and cleared the center ice. Regrouped by the Flyers, worked to the left wing now in the neutral zone. Skating through center, and they gain the line. Shot from the left circle goes just wide into the right corner. Timberwolves gain possession, work it through the neutral zone. Skate into the Bagley zone. Shot from the point goes high and wide. And the Flyers corral it behind their net. Stolen by the Timberwolves. Wraparound opportunity is blocker save by Bagley goaltender, and the Flyers gain the Ely zone. Flyers forward skates over the blue. Face off won by the Flyers, and they gain the Ely zone, dumping into the right corner. They work the puck behind the net into the left corner, knocked off the puck by Timberwolves defenseman. And they clear it to center. Left winger tries to dump it into the Bagley end, but that is stolen by the defenseman. Stretch pass to the left wing. They work it into the Ely zone now. Right winger tries to shovel pass it in front of the goaltender, but that is sticked away by Ely defenseman. Out to center ice. Timberwolves attempt to gain the Bagley zone. Great play by the defenseman there to knock the forward up the puck, and Bagley comes back the other way. Left wing, top of the left circle, shot is saved by Federer, I believe. And we have a big scrum behind the net. It's getting really chippy now. A lot of pushing and shoving. .220 remaining in the game. Face off won by the Flyers. Battle along the boards. Punched back into the neutral zone by the Timberwolves. Worked along the boards by the Flyers. And kicked out by the Timberwolves. Flyers maintain possession. Bouncing puck goes to the left wing. They gain the Ely zone. Into the left corner now. Pass to the right D. Shot. Pad saved away by Federer. Worked behind the net by Bagley now. Pass back to the right D. Into the right corner. We're going to get another penalty call here. Face off in the Ely end. Face off violation, so a new player comes into the face off dot. Won by Bagley, but stolen by the Timberwolves and worked out to the neutral zone. Flyers regain possession and work it into the Ely zone. Puck battle, won by the Timberwolves, worked out into the neutral zone. Flyers pass to the right wing, work to the right corner, try to center it, and that is cleared by the Wolves down to the goaltender. Flyers work through the neutral zone and gain the Ely line. Stick checked away by the Timberwolves, but the Flyers maintain possession. Shot from the slot. Flyers score 6th goal of the game. Another power play goal for the Flyers. They have taken 4 penalties here in the third, giving up 2 power play goals. Bagley wins the face-off, gains the line, shot from the point, saved by Federer. Bagley works from the left corner now, back to the D. Shot is blocked by the Timberwolves. Into the right corner, we have another penalty. Face-off won by Bagley. Shot from the point is wide. Bagley maintains possession, works it into the left corner, the left dot now, centering pass. Shot is high and wide. Ely just throws it out into the neutral zone. Big hit. It's going to be called face off in the Bagley end. It's won by the Timberwolves. Worked back to the right D. Work to the left D now. Skate to the left corner. Tries to force it, and Bagley is able to work it into the zone, and they just dump it into the Ely end. And that will